Dude, he's doing meth right now.
All those witches, bro.
If you keep letting him in, he's gonna hurt you then.
Because if people want to kill me, he's going to kill me, but that's what I'm afraid of.
Joe Jerome, I'm in the house in your mouth. Joe Jerome's in the house in your mouth like ooh, ooh.
Peace, y'all. Love, light, and healing. Peace to the God, to the earth. Back at it with another video. This video here is cops open son's freezer and immediately arrest him. All right. So it sounds crazy, but before we get into this video, remember, call a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, call a friend, let them know Rome's in the house, in your mouth. So Jerome, I'm in the house and I'm in your mouth like ooh, ooh. I say ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. I'll keep thriving and surviving. Keep your mind right. Keep your mind tight. Let's go ahead and jump right into this thing right now.
After an elderly woman fails to heed an officer's ominous warning about her son, Albuquerque police fear the worst when her face appears on missing persons posters. But nothing could prepare them for the twisted story behind her disappearance, or the horrifying discovery waiting for them.
She's in the freezer.
The following is based on official police records to date, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, on October 28, 2025, a care worker contacts police for a welfare check after receiving an unusual call from the son of one of her elderly clients. Over a week earlier, the same woman, 69-year-old Ernestina Lucero, had been reported missing by her niece. Officers arrive at the home Ernestina shares with her son, but despite knocking several times, they get no answer. They instead turn to the neighbors, who share their own concerns.
He was saying a bunch of things about her leaving New Mexico with her boyfriend, and that they were on a speaking basis right now. And then like a couple days later, he came and knocked and he's like, hey, by any chance, do you want to buy my car? I'm trying to make money for rent. That's what he said.
How long ago was that?
Like a week ago.
Like 2 weeks ago.
And you haven't seen her in a couple weeks?
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while.
According to the neighbor, the dark gray Chevy Camaro belonged to Ernestina and was not his to sell.
They were fighting before she left.
That was my next
They were fighting before she left. I know there was a couple nights where they were going at it. I have a 2-year-old.
Hear them and stuff.
And I've asked him to, just take it down a little bit. And he's starting to fight him because we've asked him to take it down. He's like, yeah, I'm homie. He said he's done.
He's gonna say she went to Mexico, but she could barely walk.
They add that her son, identified as 49-year-old Leroy Vallejos, should be home. They try knocking several more times, but he doesn't answer.
Leroy, you need to come out, man. We're not gonna go away. Come on, man. Yeah, come on. He's coming to the front door, open up.
Sorry, man. I thought you were someone else, dude.
Mind if I step in and talk to you real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Can I step in and talk to you?
Oh, yeah. Come in. I'll just keep it.
Dogs friendly?
Yeah, they bite. I mean, they bark, they don't bite, man.
Okay.
Yeah, can I shut the door so they don't run off?
My partner's coming in too.
Oh, okay. It's been a rough 2 weeks, man. Sorry about that.
What's been going on?
My mom's missing, man, with college, work. I've been overstressed, tired, you know what I mean?
Right through 362.
Just trying to get some rest, man.
Okay.
Exhausted from worrying, you know what I mean?
How long has it been since I saw your mom?
Like the 15th or something.
15?
Leroy allows the officer to go into Ernestina's bedroom in order to search for any clues that may help them locate her. There, the officer finds a dresser and closet full of her clothing, as well as medications prescribed to Ernestina, items she likely would have taken with her. Meanwhile, his partner continues speaking with Leroy in the living room.
So we've gotten calls.
I got an appointment with the detective tomorrow, too.
Which detective?
Spinks.
Spinks?
Stephanie Spinks, yeah, I'm going to talk to her. I'm trying to help, too, man. Okay, I'm going to tell you, like, my mom had some dude trying to get at me or something, and but I never came at her the same way.
What do you mean she's been trying to get at you?
Dudes that harass me and stuff, but I've never went at her like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is far from the truth. 2 years earlier, in November of 2023, Ernestina contacted police after an incident with her son allegedly escalated to violence.
So what happened today?
I don't know. He says, you're killing my dog. I'm not, because he thinks I'm a witch. See, he's doing meth right now.
So did it get physical or anything?
He got up bad, but he didn't, really hurt me. He pushed me on the bed and, like they're gonna choke me, but he didn't,
He said he was gonna choke you?
Well, he put his hand there and I pushed him off. So if he really wanted to hurt me, kill me, he would have done it,
The officer advised Ernestina that the best course of action was to issue a summons and take Leroy to court on battery charges, but she was against the idea.
Yeah, I just want him to get medical help. He needs to be in a mental hospital.
You don't want to press charges?
No, I want him I can get his help so he can't get in.
Yeah, at this point, with the way he's been behaving the last few days, it's just getting worse. To the point where if you keep letting him in, he's gonna hurt you then.
I want him to get help. I really do, because he needs it badly. Because he's already, twice attacked me, and like I said, if he wanted to kill me, he would have killed me, but that's what I'm afraid of.
Now, 2 years later, Ernestina has vanished.
This has been going on for years, you know what I mean? And I've never once raised a hand to her. This last time I just told her, I'm just tired of your lies. I don't believe you, man. I don't even think we should be around each other. It disgusts me because we used to be close.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, I got an appointment with the detective tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm trying to help, man. I don't know how they just paint me out to be the bad guy because unfortunately, we live together. She's a grown woman. She's seen some dude, Jose. I don't get in her business, dude,
Okay. And how long was she seeing Jose or Angel for?
I'm not sure. Years, man. They were together for a while, dude.
So when did they recently break up?
No, they broke up a while ago. It was 2-3 years ago.
If Ernestina and her boyfriend broke up several years ago, Leroy's claim that the pair went to Mexico together is that much harder to believe. Little do they know Leroy is harboring more than one dark secret, and one of them is about to come to light. After leaving Ernestina's bedroom, the officer heads toward the kitchen.
You can move that. I got that there for the dog. They pee by the fridge, and there's like rats living at the bottom. I don't want that pee, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Getting in there and mixing with the rats and causing a mess, man.
The officer digs through the clutter, pushing food aside until he sees black trash bags at the bottom. As he begins lifting them, a horrifying realization sets in.
What do you mean on the first week? Week after 15th to 17th?
What's up, boss?
Let's step outside.
Alright.
Go and put your hands behind your back.
Right.
She's in the freezer.
What the world is going on, man? That's a first of all, crazy. That's not something I would want to find. Pieces of a person frozen in a freezer. And second of all, he do need to be in a hot mental hospital. He carrying on like it ain't nothing. Like he ain't just do what he did, put it in the freezer and was like, man, I don't know where she at, man. I'm tripping, I'm stressing out, and then trying to blame it on some random dude. This is diabolical, man. Wow. Wow.
I know. Hey, dude. I know. I'm waiting for a lawyer, man.
Be quiet.
I know the
Frank, 55 PD. Sir, is a supervisor?
Since the dogs can't be allowed to roam what is now a crime scene, they let them stay in the back of the cruiser with Leroy.
Oh, guys. They're gonna take that away for the rest of my life, buddy. I'm sorry, guys, okay? I'm sorry, guys.
A sergeant soon arrives and is quickly brought up to speed. The officer then checks on his colleague.
You right?
Yeah. Freak the hell out at first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I was not expecting.
I wouldn't have expected that either. I mean,
Yeah.
I felt It was.
Believe my eyes.
I thought it was 31 right off the bat, but
Yeah. Let's wait for the CS.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be. I want them here to help make the determination, and then I'll get my eyes on it. Because I'm gonna. She's like wrapped in a black trash bag, but
Yeah.
it's clearly the outline of a body.
I work for you guys. I don't really turn myself in. Probably the first couple days, guaranteed. She wouldn't listen, man. She wouldn't stop. She wouldn't change. I tried everything, dude. Pleasing, begging, praying.
You praying to the devil?
Nothing.
Leroy waits for nearly 4 hours while the crime scene is processed. Finally, Animal Control arrives to take custody of his 2 dogs and informs him they'll be placed on a 14-day hold. Leroy is brought into an interrogation room where he will soon share a chilling story full of unexpected twists. Before they begin, the detective asks him if there's anyone who can collect his 2 dogs from the animal shelter.
I'm telling you, man, I have nobody,
I know that a lot of your, you feel like a lot of your family members are kind of mixed up in all this. Is there
They are
anybody?
mixed up in that shit, man. A lot of people are. You'd be surprised.
Is there anybody that you trust?
Probably not. I don't know where you guys live, but all that whole hood we live in,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them could swing that way. You know what I mean? A lot of witches, anything for a...
In an attempt to understand more about Leroy's mental state, investigators speak with his brother and sister-in-law. His brother explains that Leroy suffers from delusions that may be connected to illicit substance abuse.
He was pretty normal, like when he was not anything. Like he kind of stuck to himself a little bit, but he would kind of have conversations with us normal, you know. And then when he was, the reason I'm assuming it was meth that he was on, or maybe he's coming off of it, whatever. He was a lot different person.
Ernestina brought up similar concerns during the incident with Leroy that occurred 2 years before her death.
I thought he was going to be like he usually is in the morning. He was going to be nice and everything. But then he started getting, see, I was cleaning the dog. Like, I'm not cleaning the dog. I'm not a witch.
Well, I know we were out here yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Because it's still kind of the
This is
same
how it came
thing.
yesterday.
He's freaking out a little bit, so maybe drug like meth related, you think?
You know, he was telling me that that she was hanging out with some bad people, and that our mom had promised our souls to the devil, like mine and his, you know, and that, I mean, he went into the whole, when he was married to his ex-wife, he saw a demon having sex with her. He said that Angel, my mom, and my grandmother had a devil baby or demon baby in the house that they saw, that he saw, that they were going to sacrifice or something, you know.
I'm sure they're all from the same covenant, dude.
Okay.
That's real, man. I know how it sounds. All those are witches, bro. You know, it's funny how they all start calling on the Lord. You know what I mean? They all do the same. They start calling on the Lord, wanting justice.
Goofball, ain't that what you did? When you were sitting in the car, I believe that's what you did. The thing is, man, how is he? Meth is crazy. How can drugs make somebody, I guess, scramble their brain up so bad they're seeing things? Or is he seeing things or is he seeing things? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of crazy stuff that you hear nowadays in the world. And it's sometimes things are hard to believe because we can't fathom it. We just, it's not within our realms, I guess, of the normal person or a person who of faith or whatever can't fathom it. They choose to believe it or not. They can't actually fathom it and see it. And sometimes when you're on those substances, you get to see, and you've heard this from plenty of people who have done it, like with other like psychedelics and things like that, that it takes them out of the third dimension and brings them into other dimensions, and they can see things that we, with our regular 3D eyes that we're, been programmed to see, can't see unless we unlock or open certain parts of our brains and allow us to see it. So Nah, he just crazy. Never mind. He just that boy crazy. That boy crazy.
I had all them evil just like that. You first sign of trouble, they're the first ones to call the cops and shit. You know what I mean? Get down and start praying to God. You do it, oh, you're a rat, and you know what I mean? But they're the first to start doing it.
Leroy's brother believes there could be another reason for his delusions, recalling a tragic incident he supposedly suffered years ago while hitchhiking in Roswell, New Mexico.
So he got in the car with him to get a ride, and I guess what had happened is they took him to like a house somewhere, and I guess a bunch of guys beat him up, right? And then they cut him. That's why he's got that scar. So they just took a knife and cut him. They ran over him with a Ford Bronco, so he had shattered hips and his lungs were collapsed, and they left him in the field to die. And then somebody that was either in the area or saw what was going on, had a bit of a conscience, whatever, called 911, and said there's a guy in the field, basically. So they took him and had to fly him to Lubbock, and he was there for a while. But like I said, it was like, like a football. He was so beat up.
No kidding. It's a bad, brain injury.
Yeah, that would be my guess. That's what I think started to intensify all this stuff,
Got you.
You see people killing their parents for? Crazy bro. I'm just trying to kill me every day of my life, dude.
According to police records, Leroy believed his mother, working in concert with other conspirators, had spent the last 17 years waging a campaign of intimidation and harassment against him. Though it wasn't captured on camera, according to police records, Leroy admitted that before he attempted to dismember his mother, he first strangled her.
During it, I was just like, why can't you just leave me the alone, eh? What did I ever do to you, eh? So I love you, do everything I could for you. I don't know, I said some too, but I got nothing to hide from you guys or anybody, you know what I mean? I'm a man, dude. I can admit to whatever I do.
But what he'll soon admit goes far beyond what investigators could have ever imagined.
After you killed your mother, you said you waited a couple days before trying to cut her up?
Yeah.
To let the blood thicken?
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I really didn't want to do it.
Where was she when you did that? Like, where'd you leave her?
I put her in the freezer.
Okay, you left her in the freezer.
I told you, I put her in there and I left her in there.
She just stayed
on top and never looked at her again, eh?
Until you tried it.
It's still bugging me,
Mm-hmm.
It's still bugging me. I don't even want to see her, I love her, eh? I don't care what nobody says. I'll always love her.
According to police records, the care worker who requested the welfare check on Ernestina had become concerned when Leroy contacted them, asking to receive pay for her care.
One thing we found that, I don't know if this isn't related, but that we didn't know about, I guess, that we found the medical paperwork in her apartment dated 2019 that stated that she was like,
progressive dementia.
Oh, okay.
And that she could, I guess the letter was so that she could get into assisted living if she wanted to.
We didn't know her to have dementia, you know what I mean? So it's like, probably why my brother was getting paid by the state to take care of her.
After he called to request the money, he was transferred to Ernestina's case manager. It was then that Leroy disclosed she was missing.
I did tell him it's disturbing how you're pushy on your pay when your mom's sick, and then he was like,
or mom's missing.
Right, missing. And then he was like, well, am I going to get paid or not? And I said, no. So then the call dropped there.
Leroy's brother also shared his mother's banking information with detectives, revealing that Leroy continued to access and use her bank cards.
The nightmares stopped. I said nightmares every night. They stopped at least. But still, it wasn't worth it, eh?
When did the nightmares stop?
I don't know, I guess when I killed her. They stopped instantly. I finally slept. I haven't slept for over 30 minutes in 17 years. I keep getting up. It's a trip, I don't know, man. Say it's witchcraft, that she had witchcraft on me. I don't know if she did. It's not something you could prove, you know what I mean?
During the investigation, detectives identified Ernestina's ex-boyfriend, the man Leroy had earlier claimed went with her to Mexico, as Jose Angel Frias. But as they dug deeper, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. Jose had also vanished. With a Spanish-speaking officer assisting as a translator, an investigator was able to reach Jose's brother by phone.
So he says that he's been looking for him for 3 years. He knows that, yeah. He worked at a Hilton Hotel here in Albuquerque. That's about all he knows.
Okay.
You want me to tell him that we're also looking for his brother?
No, but tell him we'll start looking into it.
Leroy's brother claims he only met Jose a couple of times, and he has no idea where he is now. As far as he knows, Jose left Ernestina years ago.
I don't think he got along with my brother too much toward, like, sometimes, like, he just, you know, their personalities, and I think, like, with my brother, with his paranoia, you know, he probably thought that Angel wanted to kill him too, probably, I don't know. So maybe they didn't get along so well. That's probably part of the reason that Angel guy, like, left.
But as Leroy's interrogation continues, he makes a damning admission regarding the missing man, and the last time he ever saw him.
When he was in bed, was he asleep?
Yeah, he was. So I shot him the first time he woke up.
Where did you shoot him?
I never shot no one before like that, so I got a pillow and I pulled it to the gun, like, you know, the pillow you sleep on. Mm-hmm. And when I shot it, when it recoiled, it got stuck. He's screaming. That's the worst scream I've ever heard in my life that a man made.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful, bro. I thought for sure I'd never kill no one after that.
Then what happened?
I didn't know what to do. I had to pull the pillow off, then I had to recock it again, and then I shot him again. Boom.
Where'd you shoot him that time?
I thought I shot him in the head twice.
Okay.
I don't know, but one didn't hit him in the head. Like I said, there was a big old pillow. He was laying down.
What happened after the second time you shot him?
He shot him, stopped making that noise, eh?
And he was dead then?
Yeah. I don't know. And I don't know, I felt really bad about that, eh? When I did that. I used to have nightmares about that.
Leroy claims that his mother was in the living room at the time and must have heard the gunshots coming from the bedroom.
She came in about the second time I shot him. She goes, "What did you do?" And I turned around and I pointed a gun at her and I was like, "It should be you too, eh?" I was like, "Call the cops." I threw a gun down. I said, "Call the cops, eh?" She's like, "I can't have you in prison. I need you."
And then what happened?
What?
My life went on.
You cut him up?
She took me to the Lowe's and bought a saw. It was going to be a chainsaw because I never cut nobody off.
Mm-hmm.
But
what am I watching?
I remember I did some work for a company for a couple of years and that thing cut through everything.
According to police records, a search warrant was executed on Leroy's apartment, in which they located a reciprocating saw with what appeared to be dried bloodstains on the blade. It was found under the kitchen sink.
Did you use the same sawzall?
No, I threw that away.
You threw that one away?
Right after we used it. My mom likes to keep everything. She wanted to keep it.
Did you put Jose in the freezer at all?
Yeah. I put my freezer too, right away. I can't remember how quick we did it. She helped me, eh?
She helped?
I don't know why. I told her to call cops, eh? She wanted to hide the body. That's probably why I sold my soul to Satan, you know what I mean? Who knows?
How long did it...
All I know is God wouldn't talk to me, eh?
And who was the one who was cutting him?
We both did.
Both of you?
I did most of it, though. She told me to, you know, I'll do whatever. She tells me to. I didn't ask her about killing him, though, because she wouldn't let me. But I was going to kill her that day, too, eh? But I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I figured maybe she's trying to take me out because I know she thinks I'm going to say something. But she knows I wasn't. You know, I don't know, man. It started getting like way worse, man. And I wish I could bring her back. All the bad she's done to me. I would do anything to bring her back. I'd even trade places with her.
According to court records, 49-year-old Leroy Vallejos was indicted on an open count of murder, as well as tampering with evidence and abuse of a resident resulting in death. He entered a plea of not guilty. After an evaluation, Leroy was determined to be incompetent to stand trial and was committed to the New Mexico Behavioral Health Institute for treatment aimed at restoring competency. Jose Angel Frias remains listed as a missing person on the New Mexico Department of Public Safety website. As of now, Leroy's statements regarding his and Ernestina's role in Jose's disappearance remain unsubstantiated.
I think I'm a witch.
What the F did I just watch? That dude is the devil, man. That is the devil himself. Whatever they did to him back in the day must rewire his brain, and he was battling some real demons, man. Not only that, he had, drugs which didn't help, but for him to sit there and talk nonchalantly on how he committed these crimes and how there was just no remorse in his eyes, to me, he made us felt like it or tried to seem like it, but there's no remorse. And on top of that, he did it before. I don't know. It's hard to know if his mom helped him or not because he took his mom out. So how do we even know? Or was she just as crazy as him? And maybe she was possessed somehow when she had him and transferred that demon into him, and she still had it in her, and they both was crazy. We don't know, man. We won't know. They both ended up in the freezer. A freezer. I don't know if it's the same freezer, but they both ended up in a freezer, chopped up into pieces, which is beyond me. That's crazy. There's no mental asylum for that. And if it is, it need to be under the jail, right across the street, from hell. You know what I mean? Like hell, mental asylum, same place, across the street from each other. Because either way, you're gonna be in the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. This dude was just whoa. That's a whole nother world for me, man. A whole nother world for me. Even your own fam. You know what I'm saying? The closest people to you would do you and try to screw you, backstab you in the back and act like they never knew you. That's him. His own mama. How could you do that to your mom? How could you off your mom, strangle her while she's already gone, put her in a freezer, and then later on go back, pull your, you know what I'm saying? Like, picking your mom up out the freezer and then you start to cut, bruh. Man, keep your mind right, keep your mind tight, thriving and surviving. Put some holy water on yourself, something. Go say a couple of Hail Marys, pray, voila, whatever you got to do, go ground, cleanse with something. Because this here right there, that thing right there, we're crazy right there. Peace, love, light, healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, we're trying to get up to 2,000 views, so please call a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, call a friend, let them know Rome's in the house, in your mouth. Jerome, I'm in the house, and I'm in your mouth like, ooh, ooh. I say, ooh, ooh, ooh. Peace and love, y'all.